Hello everyone and welcome back to Nate the Hoof Guy. Today's video we've got a cow with a sore right front foot, and as you can see on that inside claw there's some sole separation as well. So let's get this foot picked up and figure out the problem. As we zoom into that white line, there's a stone caught in a crack in that white line. It's not the stone that's causing the problem, but underneath that crack there's a lesion that we need to uncover. So let's get started on this and do just that. Now, in other videos on this channel, we've seen rocks puncture through the sole and cause these lesions. That's not actually what happened here. In this case, this rock just happened to find this white line defect to get lodged into. So what caused the defect? Likely in this case, it has to do with the imbalance of these claws. This particular farm deals with some corkscrew claw syndrome, and with these front feet especially, that can cause these cracks in the white line. Tends to be a common problem when we see that. So if this is a white line defect, why do we have separation in the heel bulb? Well, the reason that happens is basically this is a situation of it following the path of least resistance. When that pressure builds, when that infection inside the foot is building, it creates pressure and it looks for the easiest way out. And ultimately, most of the time, especially when they're high up in the white line like that, they work their way out the heel just like this one did. So that separation is going to extend from that lesion in that original white line spot where we saw that rock lodged, and it's going to work its way all the way up. So we're going to have to remove basically all of that heel section as well with this foot. A couple videos back, I did a knife sharpening demo, and in that video, I talked about how I sharpen the hook at the end of that knife, or actually how I create the hook in this particular knife and how that works. So if you watch as I'm cutting here, pay particular attention to that hook and that knife, and you'll see how sharpening that, how I can make these circular cuts with that hook that I put in that knife. Get a good close-up here of the actual lesion itself. This is the part that needs to heal to begin to produce new horn so we can fill this area in. All the way around that is actually a thin layer of horn. It's got some irregularities in it, nothing to really be concerned with. This other claw we're going to get a block on. It's going to take the pressure off of that injured claw. Just give it time to rest and to rebuild and heal those injured areas until we can get a nice thick sole on that and she can bear weight on it again. Now all we got to do is give it a good spray down with chlorhexidine and then wipe it down and be ready for our salicylic acid treatment. Now, I get questions a lot about how do you know if there's digital dermatitis on that lesion? How do you tell? How can you see it? And sometimes you can't actually see what it looks like early on, but I treat it anyway as if it does. If I have situations where I know that the bacteria that cause digital dermatitis are present, I'm going to treat it as if it's there. And just for the sole purpose of I do not want to be wrong and have it delay the healing. It's better off to treat this with the salicylic acid and kill those bacteria and be proactive, be safe, than to let it go, find out a couple weeks later that, guess what, I should have treated that. It just delays the healing. You can see as we put this foot down, she's still not too sure about it. She doesn't know if it's gonna hurt or not. But when we let her go, you'll see there is no pain in that foot anymore. All right, guys, coming up in the next couple weeks, we've got some more full treatment videos from initial treatment all the way through the healing process, so stay tuned for those. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you all on the next one.